Josh, don't say anything. I'm just kidding. You can say stuff. We're live on YouTube. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. I just want to... right there. I just don't want to see that stuff. Are you even there? Like, I see you, but... Okay. Now we're live on all the things. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Oh. I'm too loud? I turned it up because you said I was too quiet. Let me check my levels here. What? Oh, I was actually looking at a playback on YouTube and thought it was live and was wondering why you were telling me. Okay, but can you hear me? And you're not going to say anything? Okay. Okay, cool. Hey, everybody! Let's talk about some Men in the High Castle, Season 1, Episode 4. Revelations, I think, is what it's called. Watched this a couple days ago, so let's see if I remember any of it. Josh, what'd you think about this episode? That's right, it was a thumbs up from us. We really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go over the entire episode and ruin everything. So if you haven't watched it yet and you don't want spoilers, go watch it. Come back. Hello, you're back. Hi. Josh is still not talking to me. He's very angry. So, oh look, he says no, but we all know that's not true. So... Josh, I swear to God.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh,
Little tickle in
hi.
my throat.
So we
You
start.
said you said not to talk. So I thought it would be fun to just do exactly that.
Thank you.
I
That's
didn't mean to spin you out though.
no, it is great. It's a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. Uh, Here you are on my phone right now talking. Okay.
Oh great. So wait, is that are you getting an echo?
No. It's fine. It's why. What kind of camera are you using? You're always so crisp.
Oh, it's just the whatever's in my
MacBook.
my MacBook Pro. It's a few years old. Um I have a hardwired connection into the internet, which I
Mm-hmm.
assume is like part of whatever is making me crisper.
Sure.
What camera are you using?
I don't know. I bought it and it was on sale, and everyone was like, "This is the best one ever. It's so great." And it's just, I always look so blurry.
Maybe is it does it express how you feel? Like do you feel blurry?
That could be it. I'm out of sorts.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I think that whatever you're using is good. That's good.
Thank you.
Are you just going to be doing like slurping and swallowing sound effects throughout?
Yeah, because it's one of my least favorite things in the whole world, and I want everyone to appreciate how much it sucks.
Let me grab a beverage or two. One
No,
sec.
no, don't do it. All right, well, I guess I'll, oh, pardon me.
All right, so I brought back some water and some coffee so that we can, just have like
Well,
different viscosity. That's what we're
we
really looking for here.
we could have a contest.
A contest. Who would decide it? We need an impartial third person.
Hey, Twitch, you let us know who has the most obnoxious slurps. Thank you.
All right, wait, are we going to go at the same time or are we going to go one after the
Oh
other?
no, you wouldn't be able to differentiate the two. You have to do one after the other.
All right, here you go. Here's me.
The best part about that is since you have the musicians off thing, I didn't hear any of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it cuts out annoying sounds and
So wait, is this not even rolling to tape or whatever?
no, 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 no. It is, but with the sound,
But the
whatever.
internet doesn't hear me?
I don't think so.
God damn it. All right, let's just clap this
I
stupid thing
win.
in.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woo!
Ow, 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 ow.
What's up, everybody? It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa. I'm Josh,
I'm Tressa.
and Tressa is clearly dying, as you can hear. We're here to talk about Man in the High Castle, Season 1, Episode 4. It's called Revelations. We're going to spoil everything, so if you haven't seen the episode yet, pause, watch it, you're back. Boom, let's go.
Pretty sure I covered all that, but thank you.
I'm sure you're right. I'm on autopilot. I do, you know, we have a formula.
Yes, we do, and I appreciate it.
What'd you think of this episode, my homie?
I don't remember. I'm going through my notes and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that part. We'll find out. Let's go through it and I'll try and remember what happened.
All right, so like we pick up right where the previous episode left off. Juliana is hiding from the marshal in an old building and she's creeping around, and like Joe, who parked the truck somewhere, is furiously running to find her, and the marshal gets her cornered, and then Joe Blake breaks a motherfucking board on his head and they run.
You know, when
Right?
you said that, I thought that you meant he broke a board on his own head, which I didn't remember, and then I realized what you were talking about. Thank you.
No, it was like professional wrestling, like cage match style.
Yep,
It
that's
was
what
like
they were going for.
ladders and chairs, right?
My favorite childhood game.
Okay, so Joe and Juliana make a break for it. The young kid who like was trying to make a deal with the marshal sends the marshal the wrong way, and we see overhead the body of the bookstore guy is still just dangling in the breeze. Ugh.
And the diner's closed.
Yeah, the kid hid their truck and tells them like, I sent the marshal away because he's obviously a fucking maniac. And they're like, how do we find Lemuel Washington? Boom, we cut to San Francisco.
What? Wait. Oh. Okay. I was reading my notes and they didn't make sense until they did. Because I wrote, Frank is going all taxi driver.
Yeah, like without a doubt.
Like he
I,
was
I think that's like an
seconds.
intentional reference.
It had to be because he was seconds away from like, are you talking to me, sir?
Yeah, he's
Hello,
got
kind sir. Are you talking also to me? Hello, sir. Excuse me. Are you talking to me? Are you
dressed-
talking to me? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Okay, sorry.
yeah, so he didn't do the ghost voice, which we were all hoping for, but
Right.
pretty much the rest of it. So like what we see is he's got a leather jacket on and he's frenzied looking. He's got like, like sweat, and his hair's greasy and stuff because he's been shot and he's on a mission, and he's scoping out the place where the prince is about to make his public speech.
Joshua, he has not been shot yet. Here's Ed. He's at the door. Hey,
Oh,
Ed, what's up? What's going on, buddy?
I'm a dum-dum.
Hey,
I
hey,
jumped
Frank.
ahead.
A little bit. Hey, Frank, what are you doing with that actual real gun and not that replica that we make at that job of ours?
Wait, let's just start this San Francisco section over so that it's like an easier edit.
No.
Go.
Because we got to keep in every second of, are you talking to me?
Of what?
Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Okay, so.
Okay, wait.
And then there's.
You get a chance to do that again, but
No. Like that's possible. So, there's a knock at the door, and it's Ed. He goes to answer it, and Ed's like, "So, buddy, what's up with the real gun?" And he's like, don't worry about it. It's cool. It's fine. It's whatever. He grabs the gun. This fucking idiot grabs the gun. He's never held a real gun in his life. You know what happens?
What happened?
This stupid asshole shoots Frank in the shoulder. And wastes one of his 3 bullets.
Yeah, so what Ed is trying to do at all costs is stop Frank from assassinating the prince, which it's clear that he is on a mission to do.
Mm.
Ed is like, listen, you're not going to assassinate the prince or anyone else. What you're going to do is you're going to take it. You're just going to take it. You're going to take all that abuse and you're going to live.
He's also like, what would Juliana say? And he's like, fuck that bitch.
He doesn't say fuck that bitch. He said she left me.
Yeah, same thing.
And she's like, okay, so Ed's like, Jules loves you. Don't give up. I'll get rid of the gun. And then they have a big hug.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut back to the neutral zone.
Yes.
Jules and Joe go to Lemel Washington's farmhouse. He pulls a gun on them. She tells them about the list of names they found in the cave.
And his was one of the only names that wasn't crossed off yet.
Yeah. And okay, Lemel Washington's like, all right, you and I can talk. That guy has to wait outside. There are like a lot of kids. They're all like,
ragamuffins.
yeah, they're, I don't know whose kids they are, but like Lemel and his wife have taken them in. So Juliana explains about Trudy, her half sister, the list, the origami man, how they sunk the body in the river and they found this tortured body with the list. And he's like, oh God, Linda disappeared a few days ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
a few days ago?
Yeah.
There's no way that was a corpse of someone that was dead a few days.
I know. It looked very aged and weathered.
Yeah, it
to
looks like
me.
it looks
Not
like
that
a
like
mummy.
you know what? I am not a forensics expert. I
Well,
don't
I
know
am.
how
And
different bodies should decompose in different
a
scenarios.
few days, though, if that were a few days, it would just look like it was asleep, and it wouldn't look that bad.
Well, you know what? Time might pass differently in the neutral zone. So
It's not Linda.
we're in a different timeline. So time might pass differently
Oh,
here.
they have different bacteria. I get it.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway,
So yeah, so Lem is like, I'm the contact. I pass the films on. I've never watched them. And she's like, I'll only pass this film to your contact. I'm not giving it just to you. I need answers.
who's your contact, bro?
And so then she goes outside to tell Joe that tomorrow they will be taken to the Man in the High Castle.
What?
Yeah. Boom. We cut to Long Island. Obergruppenführer John Smith chilling
a
at his
phone call.
house. Yeah. Ring, ring.
Ding ding. And it's Joe, our friendly double crosser.
Right.
He's like, "Here's
Is he a double
everything."
crosser or is he
Who
a double agent?
knows?
Is he a triple agent?
Who knows?
Who is this guy?
He's a mystery, but definitely Hitler's son. So,
Well, we know that he grew up remote from his father
uh-huh.
and he wants to make his dad proud.
And all the Nazis really want his dad to be proud of him.
Anyway, he tells Obergruppenführer John Smith that he made contact with a resistance operative and claims to be getting taken to the Man in the High Castle. John Smith is like, be very careful. Don't give him the film. Put a bullet in his head, even if it costs you your life.
Basically, kill this guy at every and all costs.
Mm-hmm.
We don't give a fuck about you. This guy just needs to be dead.
He's like, I'll await your call. No matter what happens, you will receive a hero's funeral. Heil Hitler.
It's never not funny.
Right? Like
Come
the
on.
way people sign off a phone conversation in this world, it's like it might as well just be like toodaloo. Okay, bye-bye, bye-bye. Love you, honeybee. Bye-bye. Have you ever listened to a British person getting off the phone because it takes an hour and a half? There's so much bye-bye, love you so much, love you, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Oh, I hate that on so many levels. First off, I wouldn't understand what class they were in by their accent. Second off, just hang up.
Okay, boom, we're back in San Francisco. We're at the Imperial Residence. Kido from the Kempeitai is guarding outside. That's a high-level guard. Trade Minister Tagomi comes in for a visit. Private meeting with the princess. She's like, all right, what's the deal? Like, tell me the truth, the way it really is.
He's afraid that or is he the one that's afraid that they're losing power, or was that the prince? No, I think that was the prince. But Tagomi, is that his name?
His name is Tagomi. Everyone in the Pacific side is reasonably worried that they are losing power, or that like in the struggle for power against Germany, like they will lose if push comes to shove.
Yeah, they've got more stuff, those Nazis.
The Nazis covet their territory, and none more so than the Pacific states, is what he tells her.
Oh.
And if they sense weakness, that's it. They're going to strike.
But he says peace is not a weakness.
Right. He's like, I see the prince. The prince wants peace. That's admirable. That's not weak. But no matter what, it will be perceived as weakness.
Right.
And he's like, forces may arrive to aid us.
Oh,
And
what kind of
she's like,
forces?
she's like, what's that? And then he doesn't say anything. And she's like, well, I hope they aren't too late.
Oh.
Yeah. Boom,
Hey.
we're back out in the neutral zone.
Mr. Washington, he's going to close up the diner early.
He gets confronted by the marshal.
Hey, you seen that waitress around?
No.
Okay, bye. My kid has a fever. I gotta go.
So, like, the marshal only operates by pulling guns on people. And Lemuel Washington is not intimidated. Like,
He's a little bit intimidated, only because he brought up his kids. And the marshal was like, you better take care of that fever. Just about anything will take kids out these days. Or something to that extent. It was very much a threat.
yeah, it's totally a threat, but he's also like, well, bye.
Yep, see ya.
Which is great. And I gotta just be more like that in my everyday life.
For sure.
Whenever I see a character on TV do something like that, I'm like, yes.
So when you get threatened, you're just going to be like, okay, bye. Is that what you're saying?
I think that
Do you
is
get
what
threatened a lot?
all the time, constantly, every single day of my life. People are pulling switchblades on me.
Are they ever like combs?
Yeah, sometimes they're combs, and I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. And then I comb my hair.
Can I borrow that? Yes, thank you.
One of my prized possessions when I was a kid was a switch comb. Of course.
Fuck yes.
Of course.
Those are amazing. We would always lose them, but when we got another one, it's all over for a good couple weeks.
I bought fingerless leather gloves, a switch comb, and ninja throwing stars. All at the same time when I was like 10 or 11. And I was like, I am the coolest human.
I think this is the part of the 80s that everyone forgets about. Leather, not leather fingerless gloves, and throwing stars. So good.
All right. So boom, we see Washington meets up with Joe and Juliana, and they begin to hike.
Yep. They hike a lot. A lot. They're hiking.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Back in San Francisco.
Mr. Green
Are we playing Clue?
is in the library with the microfilm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that
Mm-hmm.
guy's name is not Mr. Green,
But
but
that's what he's going by, right?
I think it's I think it's something Swedish, like burn or something.
Where am I getting green from? I know I heard Mr. Green or green at some point. Oh, you know what? I was watching Reservoir Dogs simultaneously at the same time I was watching this, so I wasn't paying attention. All right, my bad. Keep going.
It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Same.
Um yeah, okay,
Tagomi
so
goes to visit.
okay, yeah. So before Tagomi gets there, we see Mr. Green, aka the German conspirator guy that's been working with Tagomi. He's looking at microfilm and he packs it off in a tiny little thing and puts it in an envelope. Tagomi arrives, and like at the same time, a sex worker like
Yeah,
comes out of the bathroom and gets paid and leaves.
yeah, I
Like,
know.
what the fuck? Like, are we trying to keep a low profile or not?
It's fine. A spy wouldn't do the thing she did.
That's right. That's a fucking line from this.
Nice. So the plan is to put the microfilm envelope into that one guy's pocket when he's not paying attention or something.
Yeah, they discuss there's like the only moment they'll have access to the prince, which is like right at the peak of his speech.
Right. Back in the neutral zone, yes.
Yeah, back in the neutral zone.
They finally get to their destination, and what do you know? It's an ambush! Mr. Washington and all of his friends are like, fuck you guys, I don't trust you, give me the film.
Yeah, a bunch of guys pop out with guns. Get on
He's
your
a,
knees. This guy right here is a
uh-huh.
motherfucking Nazi.
What? I
Yeah.
mean, his dad is Adolf Hitler, obviously, but I'm never gonna let it go.
So, yeah, so Washington is like, listen, his New York City cell was hit the moment that he left, and he was the only one to escape. Kind of shady, right?
Suspicious.
And then Joe, in a fucking brilliant turnaround to win their confidence, is like, no, I'm for real. And then produces what none of them knew he had, which is another film.
That's right.
He,
Are these
he is
films?
he is directly disobeying Obergruppenführer John Smith's orders.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they let him go alive.
Are
Like
all
they were about to kill him and probably Juliana too, but instead the two of them get to live.
are all of these films identical, or are they different collections of the same situation? They're
You know,
identical, right?
no, we just don't know much about them. All we know for sure is that the man in the high castle doesn't make them because we see these people bring them films to him.
Mm-hmm.
Why would we go around collecting films that he already made and got rid of to bring them back to him? So we don't know a whole lot. They're just
Yeah.
like some unanswered questions. Back in San Francisco, sumo wrestling is on the TV.
It's Juliana's mom. She loves Japanese TV.
Her husband comes in and says, I've got bad news.
Everyone knows you watch Japanese TV. What was the bad news, though, really? I forget.
Well, he doesn't say
Oh, but it's Trudy, right?
no.
Juliana?
No.
What? What
There's
is
so
it?
right. There's so many possible bad news things that he could be breaking to her. The bad news that he breaks to her that we learn subsequently is about Frank's sister and her kids.
Oh.
Yeah. So then,
Huh.
yeah. So across town, but still in San Francisco.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What? What? Okay, let me go back. Wait a minute. What did I do here? Like,
I don't
okay.
know. What's going on? You seem very rattled.
Yeah, I guess I jumped way ahead with the whole Ed thing because right now Frank is going to an antique store to buy real bullets.
It's okay. I think we did some cleanup work up back there.
Okay.
I think so. I think it's good.
Apologies.
I don't worry about it. And it's also like we can just do less is more. If we need
Yeah.
to cut out more, then we'll just cut out more.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you.
I jumped ahead too.
I mean, I really jumped ahead, but so he's at an antique store and he's like, "Bro, let me get them bullets." And the antique store guy is like, I don't know what you're talking about."
Right. So we're in like a totally new environment that we've never seen before. A white American guy is operating an antique store and he's like a total snob.
Yep.
And Frank is like, I need live ammunition. And he's like, that is not legal. And he's like, I have money. And right then, two like fancy Japanese people come in, and that antique store owner is so obsequious to them. Like, you've never seen someone kowtow like this.
Yeah. He's great. Is
He's like starstruck.
Yeah. That's like his goal in life is to have those kinds of people in his as a clientele. He wants all the fancy Japanese guys and ladies, and he got them.
Right, but
But
here's the problem. Right before they walked in, Frank was like, "I have cash." The dude is like, takes the cash. So then you've got four people in this shop, and Frank is like, "Ahem, ahem."
the
We
bullets.
he was like, we were in the middle of something, and then the guy's really rattled, but whatever. The fancy Japanese couple is like, perhaps another time. And he's like, I would be so honored. I would be so blessed if you would see it in your heart to come to me again. What a wondrous day that would be. So they jet, close the doors. He's like, I've got 3 bullets. They might not work.
They're antiques.
Yeah, like that's it. That's what I've got. So
How much were they each?
I think they were like 100 marks a
That's what I
piece.
thought.
Or no, wait, I'm sorry, were they trading in marks or yen?
I don't remember yen.
I don't remember either. Um, Whatever it was, they set the price. He pays it. The guy has like a ledger where he records all of the sales, and he puts like a fake guy's name. He's like, I'm going to record that this Japanese businessman was on his way back to Tibet because I have to record that, but I still have to see your real ID just in case the
Oh,
Kembatai comes around or whatever.
but he would get in trouble too. Why not just keep up the lie?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I don't know. I guess he's anticipating being tortured.
Hooray.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Are we
All right.
back at Frank's?
Yeah, back at Frank's, Juliana's mom is there waiting when Frank gets in. She heard about his sister and her kids from Arnold. That's her husband. He works in like a government something or other and heard it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the neutral zone,
Joe and Juliana are hiking some more.
and it's fucking beautiful.
Of course it is.
It's
But
the lushest, like, don't you just want to be in that forest? It looks
no.
amazing.
It looks like it's full of bugs and it's sweaty and gross and I hate it.
Oh my God. I was thinking it looks like there's no humidity. You could lay down and take a nap in like a bed of pine needles.
So many bugs in the no
All right.
way.
Maybe you have a hammock with you that you can just string up really quickly. Is that better?
No, because then bugs will fall on you from the trees or crawl on your hammock and get on you that way. And who knows what kind of animals are out there just waiting to like. No, thank you. Nature is gross.
I mean, I'm allergic to most of nature. It's true, but I mean, it looks so inviting to me.
Well, you're wrong.
Okay. Well, anyway, they're chatting. She's asking him about the resistance, which, by the way, he doesn't know anything about. And he's like, I don't know. It was my first mission. And,
Not
and
wrong.
and then he says that he never watched the film. It's not like he carries a projector in his truck, which is a good story, even though we saw him break into the old movie house back in Cannon City.
The old movie house. What's the deal? Why doesn't anyone want anyone to know that they watched the film? Is it torture
Good question.
reasons?
Good question. But maybe. Seems like it's pretty important stuff. Yeah, that's right.
Get into it. So,
Yeah, it's knuckle cracking time.
that's right. Because we're on to John Smith. What's his title?
Obergruppenführer.
He's been told that according to the records, well, I don't remember how, but there was no security breach. What? How did they know for sure there was no security breach? Was it
Yeah.
phone records or something?
So that other Nazi guy like did a full inventory and he was like, yeah, they're like, we checked everything, like between all of your points of contact and that other guy that went missing. There's no evidence of a security breach. And he's like, Connolly, you have failed. And you are not allowed to fail. He's like, did you find the Semites family? It's like he's got a brother in the neutral zone and another in the Pacific states. And then they go to the cell.
I'm just gonna check on him real quick.
Right. The Semite in question
Right.
is the guy in the attempt on Obergruppenführer's life.
The one that survived.
The one survivor. Yeah. So he's in his cell, but he has killed himself with a spoon.
A fucking spoon, dude.
Yeah. And the guard on duty was like, he didn't have a spoon. What? I don't know. And then they arrest the guard because, like, what else are you going to do?
Yeah, they gotta kill him. You gotta arrest him before you kill him. That's just common courtesy.
Well, something fucked up is happening. Like, there's a guy, we need information out of him, and he's dead now. Like, he was definitely conspiring with somebody in this building, I think.
Okay.
Right? I think that's what it's all about.
I'm sure. But in my head, I'm not even going that deep. It's just Nazis don't like to lose, so they're just gonna kill people that they feel may have made them lose a little bit.
No, but this is like a very valuable prisoner who has information that we haven't gotten out of him correctly yet. It's in there.
Wait, are you saying that he didn't commit suicide and somebody killed him and made it look like it's suicide?
That's what I think. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless he did commit suicide because he was trying to protect all those secrets. That's possible too. But I mean, how did he get the spoon? Like, he shouldn't have had the spoon.
Right. That's the issue here.
Spoon man.
All right. So Joe and Juliana are in the cave again. It's like their favorite hangout. And they're talking about how it's going to take forever to get to their destination because they're walking and stuff. That's all
Right.
I
And
got there.
well, she's also like, why would you risk all this? Like, a guy like you in the Reich, you must have had it made.
Your dad is Adolf Hitler. All right, anyway.
He doesn't answer that question. And then he sort of has like half an idea to get her out with using the origami man's car.
Oh,
That they had
yeah.
stashed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Boom, we're back in San Francisco and we see Frank loading his not replica, very real gun.
Yes. Now, do we put in all the crap I said earlier, or do we just start over?
No, let's just start fresh. So Ed comes storming in.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, what are you going to do with that real not replica gun, etc. And he's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And he grabs the gun because he's a big dummy. And he accidentally shoots Frank in the shoulder.
Yeah. And then he's like, okay, go get my first aid kit out of the closet. He traps him in the closet.
Ah, just like an R. Kelly song. Ugh.
He puts on his jacket over his wound and he leaves.
I mean, that's determination. You just got shot and you're like, it's fine. I still got to shoot this guy though.
Right. I still have to assassinate the crown prince of Japan. Like
I mean,
the son of the emperor,
right.
the sun god himself.
I guess at that point you're like, well, I'm going to die anyway. It doesn't matter if I have an injury.
I mean, that seems like that's the path he sees himself on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So back in the neutral zone.
Marshall's getting shoe shine.
Yeah, from that same kid. And he's like, you know what? You're white, but you're like too white. It's like too much of a good thing.
You know, that Marshall, he is really something. What a great
Right?
guy. Always looking for the bright side of whatever. And then
So
he
he,
sees Juliana in the
right,
middle
get
of a
into a
shoe shine.
car.
What?
And then he very slowly approaches, like menacingly slow, like he has all the time in the world, which why? Why?
I mean, come on. This is not a weird 80s slasher movie. You gotta tick tock. If time's ticking by, let's go, let's go, let's go.
So she gets away and Joe pulls in and like
Cuts
he's
him
like
off.
yeah, he's like he orders him as a Nazi agent to stand down.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and the marshal's just like stay out of my way and like runs off.
I
Cuz like
think,
he's just a bounty hunter,
yeah.
right?
He has
Like
no gods.
he doesn't give a fuck about law and order. Like he's literally just cutting off fingers so he can collect a bounty on a corpse. And everything else about him, like he's assigned authority to himself, but he doesn't exist within a hierarchical structure that also recognizes he has any authority.
He's basically Dog the Bounty Hunter, but with a fake American accent. You're welcome.
Yeah, he's exactly like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
100%
He's not in
exactly like
Hawaii, but he is a bounty hunter.
he is in the neutral zone, just like Dog the Bounty Hunter. So they catch up, or he catches up to a burnt up car. It's all on
Yeah,
fire, and he sees there's a corpse in the driver's seat of this car. He's like, well,
completely in flames. The body's completely torched.
fuck, I guess I'm not getting that bounty.
Right, that body's behind the wheel. We see Juliana hiding in the woods.
But also, very, very cool shot of him walking slowly away from an explosion. Well done.
That's like, that's the image of the 90s. To walk slowly away from an explosion.
He's ahead of his time because this was like the 60s.
Right. And it's a different timeline. So, like, those 90s wouldn't have even happened.
Exactly. So cool.
Yeah. So the marshal leaves and Joe comes to pick her up in his truck. Then we're in San Francisco. We see the setup for the prince's big public speech. Tagomi watches as the German conspirator guy like shows his papers to be like allowed on the dais. His papers apparently pass muster. In like there's some rapid cutting here between different places. We see in the neutral zone, Joe wants Juliana to catch the next bus.
She doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, in San Francisco, the German conspirator guy jockeys for like a good seat because like he's about to get edged out of where he wants to be.
Right.
Yeah, by like some other important peoples.
He got to put that envelope in that pocket.
We see in the neutral zone, Joe cleans up that fallen drawing.
Oh, right.
He was doing some last minute like odds and ends work.
Yeah, that drawing that looks exactly like her, no doubt about it, was absolutely her. Uh-huh.
In San Francisco, we see Tagomi introduce the prince for like the trade minister is like obviously a very big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he's the one introducing the prince, that's pretty dope. All rise, everybody stands. We see Ed finally get out of the closet and answer the phone, the ringing phone, and it's Juliana. And Ed says, "You have to come home. You have to get here immediately. Stop Frank."
Okay, Ed, do you know where I am? There's no way I can get there in time. Ed.
Well, they don't really get like into details like that.
Ed, come on.
Yeah, this is when we cut to Frank in the crowd.
Oh, yeah, he's just creeping through it.
He is Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver.
Yep.
He's got a leather jacket on.
Mm-hmm.
He's all got greasy hair and
shifty looking.
Yeah. Like he's going to impress Jodie Foster.
Yep. That's what she always wanted. Julie is on the bus. Joe went to go find her and she is on the bus.
We see the prince give an incredibly like charismatic, friendly speech and like he's popular. People love him. Like,
yeah,
he's great.
He seems like a great guy. He tells jokes. He's fun.
Behind the scenes, however, it's very tense as all these glances. Everyone's watching everyone. Like, Tagomi's watching the German guy. The German guy's watching Tagomi, I guess. I don't know.
A tiny child next to Frank sees Frank pull out a gun. He's like, "Oh, my bad," and puts it back in his jacket. And then...
But wait, we also see the conspiracy guy has his hand with the envelope. Tagomi sees the envelope.
Oh, so much tension.
Right? And right then...
Shots ring out.
The prince has been shot, and it was not Frank, because we saw him pocket, or almost... we saw him not raise the gun because he sees the kid. Chaos erupts. And that is the end of the episode.
It ends in chaos.
It starts in chaos, it ends in chaos.
It sure does, Josh. It was a chaos. Nope, I was going to say sandwich, but you don't name a sandwich after the bread, so never mind.
Yeah, it was a chaos enrobed.
Bookended? How about that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's chaos throughout.
Of course, but it was extra chaotic at the beginning and end.
So I am very hopeful that sex worker that we saw for 1 second.
Oh, that she's the shooter?
I hope that she plays some kind of role in this.
I highly doubt that we'll ever see her again, but I would love that.
We'll see.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will, Josh.
Yeah,
guys! So... I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Josh. Oh, look at... You can't see it, but look, we're... Green screen. Okay, fine. Guys, I can't believe what a crazy, chaotic show this was. What a fun episode. Josh, any last thoughts?
No, I can't wait for the next one. Guys, please tune in. Join us. There's so much more to talk about.
So much more. And we will catch you on the flip.